Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Fridays from the Farm with Farmer Chris. It's raining. It's raining real well. So one of the best parts about April showers is that they bring May flowers. That might be an expression that you've heard before. But I do think it's important that when we have rains like this, very significant saturating rains, even though the ground displaces some of it, because when the ground is so dry, it is hydrophobic, which means that it actually resists absorbing water. Even though that happens, with this level of saturation, the soil will eventually absorb most of this moisture, which all of those plants that are beginning to bud, all of those plants that we've been talking about recently, all of them will get a really nice dose of water. And so it's likely in the next week, week and a half, that we'll see an exorbitant amount of new, fresh green growth, because this water might kickstart things along with some of the warmer weather. So that's my intro. Let's go get into some other things. I don't know what it'll be yet, because I didn't know that it was going to rain. And here I am, opportunistically bringing you to the farm on Friday. Ha! Well, here I am again. It's not raining. It's only been a few days since it did rain, but my goodness, look at what is in front of me. A lot of you will know what this flower is. This is the illustrious dandelion. We actually appreciate its benefits of being the first opportunity for large amounts of food for bees and other pollinators. And so though the dandelion is unsightly in some cases to a manicured lawn, from our perspective, where we more use our space as utility or resource, then they're very beneficial. And so this rain that we had just the other day has seemed to create an amazing bloom of dandelions, where they are literally everywhere. The other wild part about these dandelions is that in just a short amount of time, these flowers, after blooming, will pop up and be those cool little seed puffballs that everyone loves to kick around or pick up and blow. But I love that. It's a sweet aspect of this space, and we shall go search for some more. Enjoy. I used the word opportunistic in my intro, and I'm going to use it again here. As I was going to my next section for filming, I noticed a creature on these branches. I'm going to get a closer look at them for you. Let's go. So I'm doing my very best to get this shot, but as you can see, there are small insects crawling up and down this branch. And the small brown things are aphids. And then you see ants moving about as well. And those ants are actually kind of working in conjunction with the aphids to harvest some of the sap from this plant. And those aphids are creating little spots, and then that sap comes out, and the ants will actually harvest from the aphids. So the ants aren't eating the aphids, they're actually working in conjunction. The aphids are damaging the plant is releasing some of its nutrients that the aphids eat, as well as the ants. Just a few short weeks ago, we were here at our raspberry patch, and I was showing you that tiny little shoot that I moved some mulch out of the way of. My goodness, my friends, look at this. We have so many raspberry plants shooting up. I think that we're going to eat some raspberries this year. Oh boy. Well, I guess this week's just going to be filled with opportunistic opportunities being seized upon opportunistically by me, the opportunist. Anyway, look at these little flowers on our currants. That bodes well, because all of those flowers presumably will become fruits. So I'm very interested to see how this changes over time. I also in the background see a bird who seems to be wondering what I'm doing. Well, what am I doing, chicken? What are you doing? Hello everyone, and welcome to another Curious Corner. So here is a spike of what seems to be straw. However, curiously enough, it is not straw. Oh, you can kind of see behind it what might be growing here. And so I'm curious if any of you know what this is. Well, you can't see it, so you might not be able to identify it, so let's uncover it. Before I do, though, I think it's really cool. All of this straw is up like this because the plant underneath has pushed it up that way. This was a straw mat. This was bedding. This was mulch to keep the soil fertility high through the winter. It has not been summer. Through the winter. And it pushed up out of here. So let's uncover it. Let's take a look. See what we've got here. take its little hat off. Oh my gosh, it's asparagus. Look at that beautiful asparagus spike, and then we can come a little further down the line and boom, there's another one. So these are our first asparagus spikes of the season. We have 5 total asparagus beds, and asparagus is really cool because it is a 15-year crop. However, you don't really get much harvest in the first 3 years. So asparagus is one of those slow goers where you have to put it in, it slowly grows, but boy, once it is growing and you're getting good harvest, it is a very, very healthy vegetable to eat. Some don't enjoy its taste. Some thrive on it. But this was just too cool not to be curious about. Wild stuff. We'll check in more. Lots going on. Hope that you're curious too. Boop. So what do you call a beehive with no... So what do you call a beehive with no exit? Unbelievable.